What is it about Jerusalem that fascinates so many people around the world? I think if there is one place in this world where you can explore holiness, it's Jerusalem. There is something here that simply attracts the heart of the people. And it all began with that dome over there. Underneath there is a rock. To be in Jerusalem is an experience of a lifetime. This is the dream of the believers and also of the curious people, to experience this unique energy that this holy city has to offer. It's a place to feel and not only to understand pieces of information. A tour in Jerusalem is a tour into one of the juiciest parts of history. This city that has known many periods, some of the glamorous ones that humanity has ever known. Also, modern history provides us a lot of action with local players and the Jewish people that are making a huge comeback after 2,000 years in the diaspora, coming back to the place that they call Zion. And Jerusalem is the whole world in a nutshell, with all the complexities. It's like the heart. Just like the heart has 4 chambers, also here you have 4 quarters. It's really nice to see it. And I think they all complement one another, and they all say the same thing in a different language. In the old city of Jerusalem, we have 1 square kilometer, 3 religions, 4 quarters, 10 synagogues, 20 churches and monasteries, 30 mosques, 40,000 people, 1 God. One of the most fascinating characters walking Jerusalem is Jesus Christ. That the mess that he had made in the temple and the tragic death that he had received crucifying on the Golgotha hill is only the tip of the iceberg of a man that the story of his life is providing inspiration to 2.5 billion people around the world. Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, mentioned that walking in the footsteps of Jesus was way more meaningful for him than walking on the moon. Jerusalem is where it happens. This is where Jesus walked his final walk, the Via Dolorosa, and this is the place where the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is situated. The Muslim quarter is the biggest quarter and the most populated one. According to Islam, this is where one of the most meaningful stories are taking place, which makes it the 3rd most important place in the world for Muslim people. According to Islam, Jerusalem is the place where Muhammad ascended to the sky to a meeting with Allah, coming back with the 5 pillars of the Islam, declaring himself as the last prophet of the Muslim religion, but not the last meaningful character to visit the holy city of Jerusalem. The Jewish quarter is commemorating a chain of generations that had known times of a temple that used to unify the masses for a spiritual celebration called Hilula. If you've never been in a Hilula in the temple, you don't know what a celebration is. Imagine hundreds of thousands of people standing up there on the platform where you could fit 13 football courts. And there's no DJ, there's a priest, what we call in Hebrew Kohen. And there are no speakers, there are people. And they all know the words to the songs. And the songs are not the songs you hear on MTV. I'm so cool, I'm so sexy, look how much money I have. No, that's not the songs. The songs are praising life. Hallelujah. From that temple, we barely have a wall above the ground, and that's the holiest place on earth for Jewish people called the Wailing Wall. This is a place of connection and a quill where all prayers go up to heaven, and where a tradition was developed to write your prayer on a piece of note and put it at the Wailing Wall. So we're going to go to a place called the Hall of Notes, and that will be a nice preparation for you for the experience of putting a note in the wall.
You can ask God for anything you want, and He can do anything He wants. But the question, what are you going to ask for? He doesn't want to do miracles. He wants you to do it. He used to ask God to help me. He says, God says, you take the first step, grow up.
This is a special opportunity to stop and stand in front of the wall and ask yourself, what do you pray for? What is your deepest desire for yourself?
It's 100% about me. And that's what I'm really trying to find. I'm traveling the world. I'm looking for myself.
On a personal note, I must say that I've traveled the world and I've seen many places that provide a spiritual experience. Jerusalem is something else. The combination between the sights, the scenes, the energy provides an experience that I believe every person must feel once in a lifetime. To understand what does it mean, Yereh and Shalem, to be in full awe, to experience Yerushalayim, Jerusalem.